Good evening and welcome to Cooking with Jacque and Pepin. Today we're going to show you a quick 15-minute salsa that contains peppers, celery, cheese, lettuce, and a little bit of spice of my own. Okay, before you start cutting here, your basic chef is going to go for this, insufficient piece of cutlery here, which personally in my kitchen it just doesn't fly. So what I like to go for is this. Your basic 36-inch 15th century battle sword here, and it's a pretty well balanced tool for cutting here. So what we're going to do is we're going to make sure we have complete control of our blade. We're going to pick up our honing device, as all of you should, and we're going to run it along the blade a couple of times on each side, just to kind of bring the edge back onto our blade. And then what you want to do is you want to be in complete control of your vegetable here. So get a nice hold on it and right down the middle there. Sometimes you're going to have a few problems here, especially when you're using a knife of this caliber. And for bigger items, you may need to use a fork to hold it down. I say that'll about do her. Now that we have it cut, we want to take it over to the sink and gut it, but we'll do that in a minute. First, the next thing I want to be cutting is lettuce. Now this is just your basic head of lettuce that you can get at your, your grocery store in the produce section here. And to cut lettuce, you want to do things a little bit differently. You want to have, since it's a round vegetable, it's hard to get control of it here, so you want to get pretty big and one of the best forks you got. Me, on the other hand, I like to go for a nice, sharp, four-pronged fork, excuse me. And I like to just give it a nice big, just stab it right there. And what you want to do is, you want to take your blade, you want to run it pretty much flush with your fork there, and then just kind of start into it like a saw, if you will. It's an art. It's a food of love thing, if you will. You just want to saw, and some people might have a little bit more trouble with this, but me being experienced, it's a little bit easier to just kind of get a hold on it, cut in there. Don't be shy. Just get right into it. It's just lettuce, Okay. And then we cut right open. We got into the heart of it there. Now, the outer layer of your lettuce here, that's just, the bland, normal salad. But in the inside here is where you get into the sweetness of the vegetable here. And what you want to do is you want to be careful, but jerk that fork out of there. You want to wipe it off there clean, because we're going to be using that here again in a minute. Okay. Now that we have our lettuce over here, we're going to move this over to our food processor, and we're just going to drop in a few of our chunks of lettuce here. You can leave them whole. Just kind of tear it up with your hand. Okay, that should be enough lettuce. We want to set the lettuce aside in a nice, safe place where there aren't too many germs around. So, okay. Next is our pepper here, and we're just going to kind of just, take those seeds out, because those seeds is where all the heat is found in the peppers here. But I tend to like mine a little hot, so, I'm just going to break it up a little bit. Leave a few seeds in there, just one big chunk of pepper out there ought to be hot enough for it. And we're going to set that aside. Okay. Now we're going to come back here, and I want to get a good amount of cheese in there. And most people don't put cheese in their salsa, but I like to do this. Let me get this out here. We won't be using this. Alright, now, what was I going to go? Okay, here we go. Now, what I like about this fork is it doubles as almost like a letter opener here. We can just use it, and we can kind of inch our way right to the edge of the packaging here. So that way, you never want to use your teeth when you're opening up a package. That's really, for one thing, it's not good for your teeth, and another thing, it's just not very appetizing. I don't want somebody's teeth opening up my package of cheese before I eat out of it. And anyway, this is your basic Longhorn style Colby Jack cheese, which is a white cheddar and a yellow cheddar, which is actually, there is no difference because the yellow cheddar is actually just colored white cheddar. And basically we're going to do the same thing here. We're going to take our blade and we're going to wipe it down, get all that junk off there that we had on there earlier. Yep. Okay. And just like before, but this is a lot easier to cut because it's a straight, you know, block. So all we have to do is just kind of get your blade now here nice and close and just run it down there. And we're going to get about 2